Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, welcoming you back and inviting you to grab the arms of your porch glider. You don't have to go anywhere because I'm going to take you with me. Stay right there where you are and we're going thrifting. Let's waste no more time. We're off!
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Now that is super fantastic. Why can't there be an entire set? How much fun is that? $2.99. No mark on it. Oh my word, I wouldn't pay $2.95 for just one, but I would if there were a set of 6 of them. Yeah, we'll dig around, maybe we'll find them. It's the first shop of the day. I am directly under a loudspeaker, so I'll do the best I can. It's nothing there. Okay, now I don't really have to say if you're new to the channel, but I'll say it. If you are new to the channel, I don't simply buy and sell anything. Texas bullshot? What is that? I enjoy items from the we'll say the turn of the century into the early 1960s. That's the reason why you'll see me walk by Longer Burger Baskets and Fritz and Floyd and this and that and the third. It's not to say that those aren't nice items or that they don't have resale value. They do. I simply don't deal in such items, and so keep that in mind. Hand painted in Spain. Ooh, $10. I think we have to say no to that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. But it's the thrill of the hunt, so, you really don't ever know. I'm not sure what that cart is doing right there. Ouch. And I hear the club music, so I don't know. We might have to do a voiceover. $5 on the little honey jar there with the bees on the top. It's probably made in Japan. And now I spy 2 pieces of Macbeth Evans glass from the 1930s, and the blank looks just like American Sweetheart in the glass itself. A lot of noise in here. Sorry about that. There's the platter back there for $5.99. Yellow is not on sale today, so, and this one is also $5.99. Yeah, Macbeth Evans had delicate patterns, several of them very similar to this. American Sweetheart. And let's see, there's a cake plate. Oh my goodness. That's authentic. Let's see if it's got any chips on it or not. Ooh, it does. I can feel it. I've already stuck my finger on it bad. Oh, no. We can't do that. Okay, is that Princess by Hawking? I don't know, it might be. But anyway, I'm putting it back. No good. No good. Now, how sneaky is this? I have to tell you, I was fooled. Looking a little bit like the 1930s here in these, sort of primary Harlequin Fiesta colors. But look at this. Made in China. It's got a 1930s California pottery vibe, but that's not what it is. Well, I know my friend Dee at the Thrill of the Thrift lives in Niagara Falls, and she collects some Niagara Falls items. I did hear her say that in a recent video, but I don't really know what she collects. So, Dee, if you're watching, is that the type of thing you collect that's got Niagara Falls on it? It's $5. Is that up your street, Dee? Is that the kind of thing that you like? You have to let me know. I'll keep my eyes open. Okay, before we jump in the truck and move on to some good old Center City, Philadelphia thrift shops, let's talk about how I did so far. And I'm trying something new today, just to shake it up a little bit. Slightly different editing. I'm going to jump in and out of the thrifting video and show you the things that I've purchased along the way. Yes, I made some mistakes, but I also found some treasures. Now, in the thrift shop that you just saw, you didn't see me buy this Philby sapphire blue anchor hocking casserole. And a lot of you are familiar with the Philby pattern bake cookware. There are some mugs that are very rare in Philby, the D-handled mugs. Oh, they can sell for $50 and upwards. Some are sapphire, there's even some out there in jadeite, but don't hold your breath. They're hard to find. But 1940s and 50s, I think maybe even into the 60s, I don't remember. I didn't go and look up the dates. But anyway, I did buy the baking dish casserole, and it is Fire King, so put your baked beans in that and slip it in the oven. Now when I bought it, it had no lid. And I said, aha, you know what I've got at home? I've got a spare lid. Well, guess what happened when I got home? I found out that my pot was too big for my lid. So, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and sell the two together anyway. Don't worry, I'm gonna say in the auction, the lid does not fit the dish, and I'll have plenty of pictures to prove that. But you know, for the people that collect Philby, they can always use an extra lid. They may not have a small casserole lid, and they can always use another casserole. So we're gonna go ahead and sell these two together. Get it out of here. I'm not gonna wait and try to find matching tops and bottoms. We're just gonna let it go. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, that was from that first round of shops. Also, these were ubiquitous in the late 30s into the 40s. Hazel Atlas made these. You all know what it is. Now, before you kick yourself for not buying one, the resale values on these, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't mean it's not cool. Doesn't mean it's not super fantastic. But you don't have the selling power that you did back in the 1980s when a lot of the women who grew up in the 30s on Shirley Temple wanted this. Yeah, you don't really get much out of these anymore. And they were also reproduced. I'm keeping it, and the reason I bought it is to have an original without it being a reproduction, which when I find the reproduction out there, and I will, I'll buy that too, and then we'll do a comparison video. So Hazel Atlas, Ritz Blue, there's Shirley Temple on there, I guess you can see, but if you go and look these up on the internet, you'll find hundreds of them, and they'll go from 99 cents to $10, but not much in it, except collectible value for me, because I love the 30s. Now, where is my EAPG book? Oh, it's over there. Hold on, I'm going to go get it. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Here we go. I'm back. I've got some bebop playing for you, but it's a very quiet bass solo, and you can't hear it. What am I going to do tonight? Probably sit down and flip through all 2,000 pages of my pressed glass book, 1860 to 1930, to try to figure out what pattern this EAPG vase is. You didn't see me find this, but this beauty, that's a nice one. Now, it's not American Brilliant cut glass. You can just close your eyes or just not look at it and run your hands all over it like this. Not pressed, no worries, okay? This feels very smooth. I'm sorry, not cut, so we know it's pressed. If it were cut, you would feel like you're getting cut. Why did I buy it? A couple of reasons. I don't often see this vase, form, style, size, and condition. EAPG is notorious for being chipped because of all these facets and points and whatnot, no chips on it anywhere, no sickness. So water didn't sit in here and put calcium deposits all over it. So it's nice and clean. Hold it still so they can see it. That is a beauty. It is heavy. That's what, a 10-inch vase or so. It weighs 4.5 pounds on its own. Boy, that'll hold a lot of Easter flowers. I've always liked EAPG, and I have always been very upset that most people don't like it anymore. But I'm still going to buy good pieces when I can find it. So this is currently listed in the old curiosity shop. I may have a pattern and a maker, and I may not. I may just be listing it as a really nice example of an EAPG vase. Now I promise you we're going to visit another thrift shop. There's more thrifting to be seen. What I'm showing you now came from the first round of shops, but we're going to hop in the car and go do some more thrifting. Look at this. Now before I show you, this is where your knowledge of form, shape, and design comes into play. Because when I hold this up to you, let's not even look underneath yet. Let's just look at the shape of it. That's a shape that we saw a lot of in the 1930s, 40s, and into 1950s pottery. So not a mid-century modern shape at all. And I'll go ahead and tell you, this was made somewhere between 1956, 7, and 8. And the shape is a little bit old-fashioned, but it's made by the Hull Pottery Company, H-U-L-L. Hold on. I didn't plan this ahead very well, did I? I'm coming back. Now see, remember a few weeks ago or a few days ago, this is the kind of Hull many of us are familiar with. This 1940s pastel, right? And, well, you can't see it, but you've seen it before. Okay, so same company here, but this, instead of being made in the early 40s, this is made in the late 50s. And when I saw it and I looked very closely, I could see this leaping gazelle. Now, some folks are going to say, that's not a gazelle, it's an antelope, or it's a unicorn. Basically, in decorative arts, they just call that thing the leaping gazelle in most cases. And it was very popular in the Art Deco, well, late 20s into the 30s, but the gazelle never went away. That gazelle leaped into the 40s and leaped into the 50s. So you can't always judge something just because it has a gazelle on it. But in this case, because the gazelle shows up on lamps from the 50s, TV lamps, it shows up on etched cocktail glasses, ladies' compacts. We still see it in the 50s. 1950s, late 50s vase made by Hull. And there's the gazelle on both sides. Now, when we turn it upside down, you don't see a mark at all. But if you're looking very closely, let me get it turned the right way. Underneath the glaze, and I don't know, but look right in here, you can just make out, if you know your marks, you'll barely be able to see the H and maybe a little bit of the U. And the glaze is so thick on the bottom that it covered up the imprint of the maker Hull. But that's it. It was like $2 or $3, and I was real excited to find that because it's a piece of Hull and a style of Hull I've just never seen before. This one, am I going to sell it? Probably. Oh, you know, it may wind up in the shop. It might not. Okay, what else have I got? There's more. But right now, let me have a sip. You sit back. Let's jump in the truck and go to a couple of other thrift shops. Come on, let's go. Okay, just getting started here. I've just walked in the front door, and the first thing I found in this featured home decor section is a uranium glass rolled edge console bowl. And it's got an etching on it, as well as what looks like the Georgian pattern. $7. Put that in the cart. The console bowls don't always have the highest resale value, but it is green, and we know how much everybody loves their green glass that glows in the dark. And it's a pretty one, and it is in nice condition, so yes, we'll have it. We shall have it. Now, I'm at a place called Liberty Ministries Thrift, outside of an area called Trevose, Pennsylvania. A place where I don't normally find myself, but here I am. Okay, I can't seem to decide how I want to do this. I usually do things sequentially. $1 each on the little glasses there. Jeanette, I forget, maybe Jeanette. And the iridescent glasses. Just like to look at old china and turn it over and see who it might be made by. Pretty elegant depression glass piece, $3. There's some old dishes down there. And then everything else here doesn't appear to be that old. You know me, I like to stick to the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or earlier, but not much beyond that. Let's see here. $4. I think, oh my goodness, I'm about to, all right, that's all plastic. I cannot believe I spent my energy bending down to pick that up. Shame on me. Plastic. Clear glass. This is just raw footage here. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The land of the misfit candles. Poor things. And wire stuff. Alright. The only old piece I see over here is this, which well, there we have the remnants of the Imperial label. Do you see that? Candle wick. A little bit of the label left on it. 1930s and 40s. Oh, that's a great big heavy bowl. Look at the beautiful etch on that. See that? There we go. That's that 1930s amber. And it is $7 as well. I don't see any damage on it. I love amber. I know a lot of you don't, and I know a lot of you do. That's really pretty. All right, let's put it in here. If I change my mind, because I have discovered that, well, the console bowls, sometimes, as I just said a minute ago, it's not always an easy sell. Sorry, let me get back in focus. And sometimes it's just more of a, not necessarily worth all the trouble, but I almost just can't say no. All right, now we're going to do this the right way. Let's go down here. Clear glass. Speaking of candle wick, there's some. $1.50, $1.50. Now they've got some good prices here. All right, let's find some deco chrome. Maybe. The only piece I see from the 30s is this little tray right here. Our little nut dish. And it's $2.50. It's cute. I don't need it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's missing all of its oil and vinegar jars. Curtains. It's curtains for you. I don't want to go down the curtain aisle. Let's turn around. Eventually I will. Sometimes I find 1920s and, well, Depression era curtains sometimes. This is a little different for me today. Normally I turn the camera on and off when I'm actually zooming in on something. Today I am just letting it roll and running my lips. Now we've already been down there, and all right, I'm about to speed it up. Don't get dizzy. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't go down this aisle. What I'm trying to say is what you're seeing is exactly how I shop. Yeah, well, how anybody shops. You just walk along. Did I miss all this cobalt blue? Ooh, I think I see a piece of McCoy. I think I see a piece of McCoy. Do you think you see it? Or something like McCoy? Where is it? Where is it? Down there? No. Right there. Now, won't I feel ridiculous if it's not? Now, it might not be McCoy, but it sure does have a McCoy look. Ah, all right. Just because there's nothing on the bottom doesn't mean anything. A lot of the old McCoy is unmarked. This looks like 1930s American pottery. And there might just be USA right under there. USA. We'll see when we get it. It's only $3. That's attractive. Is that like a lotus? And some trees? No chips on it either. That is very attractive, and I'm taking it. I'm taking it. So it might not be McCoy. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it ain't the real McCoy. Wait, what is this? Oh, nothing. Well, ooh. Did you see? Ooh, did you see what came out? Powder. Ugh. Or dirt. I don't know which it was, but something came out of it. Got all over my shoes. Yeah, that picture is cool, man. Cool. All right, I know we saw the candles, picture frames. Sometimes I find good picture frames, and now I'm right underneath the loudspeaker. They're playing some very funereal sounding violin music at the moment. Did we go down this aisle? No. Now I'm getting all out of order again. Isn't that awful? This looks like the plastic aisle. Yes. All right. Am I in focus? Plastic, plastic. Let's go this way. Okay. Now. Oops. I may end up turning the camera off until something exciting happens. Why don't I do that since it's already been 10 minutes? Let's turn this camera off for a minute and we'll come right back. Well, I am back looking at this old majestic radio. If you were watching a couple, 2 or 3 videos ago, they finally have the silent auction up and ready. I'm not in Reading. And I'm able to go ahead and place my bid. I'm just fishing around in the back looking at the chassis. It's the way you want to find it. It's untouched. This great big electrodynamic speaker down here looks like it's in good condition. And these G-clefs back here, that is very unusual. I've never seen that. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an 8-tube set. This is going to date to the early 30s. And let me come back around here and let you see the front of it again. What is so unusual is that there's a peacock on the front. I hope it's not too dark in here. It seems like it might be kind of dark. Look at this peacock, which is the grill. And the grill cloth has faded. Can you imagine a brighter gold when this grill cloth was new? It was much brighter than that. So it's got its original knobs, a nice escutcheon, which is original somewhere on the tuning dial. Cabinet is good. Some issues. It's certainly going to need to be restored, but not refinished. It will not have to be refinished. So, I don't know. I'm just going to place my bid, and I know what I'm willing to spend on it, and we'll just see what happens. So, let me place my bid. All right, I'm back. How was that? Yeah, I was up in the Trevose area, and I'm going to show you what I bought. First of all, I've got 3 pieces of depression glass. It's all got uranium in it, and I'm going to clump all 3 of these pieces together. Here's just an odd creamer with a, just one of those sort of old-fashioned pressed glass. I know what this pattern is, and it's up there in this brain somewhere. But no damage on that. We're going to throw that in with an Imperial beaded block salad plate, luncheon plate, dessert plate. That's a depression piece as well. These are basically the same shade of green. And then finally, the 3rd piece I'm going to add, which is a slightly different shade of green, but again, they all glow. The Anchor Hocking cameo pattern, which is often called ballerina, because it's got that little dancing girl in there. You see her? She's in there. You know this pattern. So these 3 pieces of uranium glass tossed all together in one auction for those who simply collect it. Mostly to display and have it glow. Now, you didn't see me find those, but you saw me find this wonderful sort of hovering jellyfish. Yeah, console bowl. There's the Georgian pattern, but this one has a nice etch on it as well. See there? My light is casting. I need to get a diffuser. I know I need to do that. So this I'm going to hold on to for a little bit. Sometimes I like to study these and try to put the candlesticks with them to have a full console set. So we'll keep a hold of that. And you saw in the video it was only $7. And then I think the next thing you saw me say ooh about was what I thought might be a piece of McCoy, and indeed it is from 1935, and it's the Lotus Pitcher. And McCoy is not marked at that time, and what I thought was USA, I couldn't see under the sticker, is just 124. But it is a McCoy piece, 1935-ish, beautiful, almost artsy craftsy. Now, no chips on it, but what I did not see in the store in my excitement is that crack right there. Zip. See that? Oh, 1 inch, almost an inch right there. Crack. Yep, goes all the way through. Okay, so that means it's a damaged piece. Doesn't mean you can't sell it. And I have not decided yet. I just may keep it, even without the crack. I see them selling anywhere from $19 to $30. You'll see several of them listed, and they made several different colors. So I think I might just hold on to that one. I might. Then, made in England, cottage ware teapot. See it? No damage. Very nice in that pale yellow color. See? And we just have England on the bottom. And of course you could get creams and sugars and all kinds of little things to go with it. So that is listed. I have not yet listed this, and I'm almost thinking about keeping it. It's also a big console bowl, but doesn't have that rolled edge. And so it's got a beautiful etching on it, and it's a nice amber color. Again, it's that late 20s into the late 30s era. Really pretty. You know who possibly made it. I haven't looked up that etching yet, but I'm going to keep a hold of this for just a little bit. So the two console bowls I'm holding on to. And now the last thing that I want to show you is a showstopper. When I was in a shop that in which I didn't film, I couldn't find anything, and I went to the lamp department and I still couldn't find anything. So I parked my cart, went to the men's room, came out, and they had just put out a few fresh lamps. And I went over to this one lamp and I said, "Nah, it has so much corrosion on it. It was so filthy. It had so much oxidation. I almost left it there, but it had really good bones, good design, and I really studied it and studied it and studied it. Well, I paid $9.99 for it, brought it home, and I then dismantled it and spent 2 hours with a sort of a pumice and a triple-aught steel wool. And I'll tell you what, 2 hours getting off dirt, grime, some, not really rust, but definitely that kind of corrosion that just destroys chrome. Wait until you see this, and I cannot believe I almost left it in the store. That is amazing. Now you look at it and you say, whoa, that is what? It's traditional colonial revival. There were plenty of these lamps in the 1920s made of brass and other patinas, but here they've taken the design of colonial revival, a typical 3-light colonial revival electric lamp, and they've sort of added a little bit of a modern touch to it, a little bit of deco, just a little bit. Chrome plated the whole thing, and instead of these arms just sort of sweeping up and rising up into the candlestick, they have this wonderful almost deco effect here, and these are chrome shades. Now you can see there's still some pitting on the chrome. I'm going to do another cleaning job on this and try to bring it up just a little bit more. It had already been rewired when I got it. Sometime in the 1950s. I can tell by the plug on this. But when I dismantled it, the wiring on the inside is that old silk-covered wiring that was used prior to the war. So a 1930s type of wiring is actually inside the lamp, and that goes up to all of the sockets. There's no mark on it. I'm going to have to show you some pictures, some better pictures of it than what you can see here. But it's just $9 for this and 2 hours of elbow grease, and it's just a fantastic, fantastic lamp. So we'll see some pictures of it lit up maybe over there on top of the phonograph, and you'll get a better idea of what it looks like.
The keys in the mailbox the same as before, but no one is waiting for me anymore. The end of our story is told on the door. A cottage for sale.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on this thrifting trip with me. I hope that you sort of maybe liked me jumping in and out a little bit and showing you the things as we go along. I don't know that I'll be able to do this every time, but it was fun to just shake things up a little bit. What did you like? What didn't you like? It's a rainy Wednesday, and it's going to be a rainy Thursday, and who knows what will happen on Friday, but I'll certainly do my best to bring you shopping trips, antique trips, and thrift hauls. Thank you everyone for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying wait for the cat, and so long for now.